Hello, travelers. Welcome to Healing with Traveling Treasures. I am Tori. As you may see, I am all alone again. Taryn was going to join me today, but she had a bunch of stuff she had to get done. So here we are, just me and you. Today, I wanted to talk about what we're thankful for. So, I know it's after Thanksgiving, but just because Thanksgiving is over doesn't mean we are no longer thankful for things, right? We should be grateful all year long for things. And I certainly am. I know you are too. So, I just thought this would be a good time to talk about it. Um, so, one of the things that I'm very thankful for is being alive. As you all know, I went through cancer. I also have a terminal illness, cystic fibrosis. But I'm here. I'm 50 years old. I've made it this far, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon, guys. Here I am. Hear me roar. um, but yeah, so I'm super thankful for being here. I'm thankful for science, for keeping me alive this long. I'm thankful for doctors that have helped me throughout my life. I'm thankful for the doctors who weren't so helpful too, because they're the ones that taught me how to advocate for myself and that I could advocate for myself. And going into that, actually, I'm thankful for the time that I had working in the medical field, because that also taught me how to advocate for myself, especially with doctors. I worked side by side with doctors for many, many years, and I learned a lot about them. I worked with some that were mm, not great for different reasons, mostly their bedside manner. And that's important. Having good bedside manner is important. I'm thankful for my mom for loving me and for teaching me what she could and for doing the best that she could when she raised me. Um, I think she did a pretty good job. I mean, I turned out wonderfully. Just kidding. I feel like I turned out fairly well. I mean, yes, I've made my mistakes, as we all have, but I'm also thankful for the mistakes I've been able to make too, because I learn from them. I've learned a lot throughout my 50 years about how to learn from my mistakes and what not to do and what to do. And um, I'm not done learning, that's for sure. I'm thankful for that too. Every single day is a new learning day, a new day to learn, rather. Uh, yeah, so there's a lot to be thankful for. Even I've I've had so many ups and downs throughout my life, and through it all, I thank God. I thank God for everything. I thank God for the hard times, the good times, everything, because all of it has made me who I am today. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for being able to live my life in a positive way. I don't try to dwell on the negative things. Granted, I do have my days. I have days and I do go through depression, some really severe depression, but I do my best. And that's all we can do, right? That's all we can do is do our best. Um, so yeah, I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for friends. I have some of the best friends in the whole world. Obviously, you know about Taryn. Um, but I also have other friends that I'm super thankful for. Just to name a few, my friend Tony, she is in New Jersey, and she is one of my best friends too. When her and I first met, we both did not think that the other would like us. We didn't think that we would be a good fit, but we became the best of friends. And I cherish that woman so much. She has helped me through hard times. And I've tried to help her through hard times, but her and I laugh so hard every time we're together. I love that woman so much. She is a Jersey girl through and through. She's loud, she's obnoxious, she is straightforward. She will tell you exactly what she thinks. She knows what she wants and she jumps for it, man, and she will take it. And I love all of that about her. She's just amazing. And she's beautiful. She's so gorgeous, inside and out, guys, inside and out. She's got one of the biggest hearts. And I love that about her. And her son's amazing. I love her son too. He has some ADHD, and I think he might be on the spectrum. I can't remember, but he's got his own issues, and she's wonderful with him. And he's such a great kid. He has so much energy, and he sometimes has a hard time with certain things, but man, that kid's got so much love in him. He's just the best. Um, but anyway, so other friends that I have too, I have a friend named Mary that I used to work with, and she is also fabulous. She's full of love and light, and she has had her share of medical issues too, including a stroke. Um, but she is always so positive. She's always smiling. Every time I see her, she's smiling, and she loves me too, and I love her. I love her so much. Um, I have so many great friends everywhere, and I'm so thankful for all of them. And I've only named a few. I don't want to go, too far into it. There's so many others that I cherish and adore just as much as I do those ones that I've mentioned. But um, yeah, friendship is important to me. I just having those connections, having people that you can just call and talk to or laugh with, or sometimes you don't see them for years, sometimes you may not talk to them for years, but they're always there. That's what's nice. Um and you got to think, so a lot of times people are like, "Oh, I'm not going to reach out cuz I'm sure they're busy and blah 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 blah." Well, how would you feel if they reached out to you? You haven't heard from this person in 10 years, and but you think about them occasionally, and you remember the good times that you've had. And what if they just called you out of the blue or texted? I guess today, these days it's more texting, but what if that person texted you or messaged you on Facebook or whatever the deal is, and you heard from him and you were like, "Oh my God, yes. Oh my gosh, it's so good to hear from you." And you just catch up and things are great. And maybe that's the last time you hear from them for the next, however long. But what a great feeling it is to hear from somebody like that, right? In fact, well, I didn't just get it. I just read a message from a friend of mine from high school, and her name's Jessica. Um, I know a lot of people named Jessica, by the way, but that's another one of my friends that I'm also thankful for. She lives in Colorado as well, but the first Jessica, not the one that messaged me, but the other one. She was there for me throughout my cancer journey and beyond. And she called me every single day. She checked on me. She asked what I needed. She sent me groceries. She sent me flowers. She just was amazing. And she's another friend that I'm very thankful for. Anyway, so the Jessica that messaged me, um, I apparently she messaged me like 2 years ago, I think it was, but I didn't know because she messaged me on my original Facebook account, which I don't use anymore. Every once in a while, I'll go look at it, mostly just to see memories that come up. But I don't use that account anymore. I don't even look at messages or anything. But the other day, I'm not even sure why I was over there scrolling around and just looking at my old account, and I noticed that I had a message request. So I checked it out, and it was my friend Jessica from high school. Like, we met in junior high. No, elementary, I think. Elementary or junior high. Anyway, she said to me, she says, "Oh my gosh, you look just like you did in high school, and I don't know if you remember me, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I remember you so well," because we were really good friends. And so I messaged her back and I said, "I'm so sorry it's taken so long. I don't use this account anymore, blah, blah, blah." And I told her, I says, "Yeah, I remember you and I would love to catch up." So I gave her my number and I said, "Please, please text me, call me, whatever." So I'm hoping to hear back from her. because it was really nice. I mean, we haven't spoken in over 30 years, well over 30 years. And but it was so nice to hear from her. And having those old connections, and old memories. Memories are another thing I'm thankful for, you guys. Memories, the good memories. The bad memories are there, and I can be somewhat thankful for those because, again, they made me who I am today. Um, but the good memories, all the good memories, I am so grateful for. I mean, sometimes we lose our memory, especially later in life. Maybe we get dementia, maybe we get Alzheimer's. I don't know, but having those memories are something you can hold on to for as long as possible. And, just thinking back on the good times, sometimes it just puts a smile on your face. You might hear a song or see a commercial on TV even, or watch an old movie and, see some flowers, smells bring things back so vividly too. And to have those memories in your heart and in your mind is just, it's an amazing thing because they can make you smile, they can make you laugh, they can make you cry. But yeah, I am I'm thankful for so much, you guys. I really am. I think I'm thankful for this podcast. This podcast has been so much fun for me, and it's been great. It's, being on disability because of my health issues, it's very depressing. It's very isolating. Um, Especially because right now I live in this teeny tiny town in the middle of nowhere where I don't really know anybody except for my daughter, her husband, and his family, which they're all great people and I love them to death, but it's not much. And I don't have any friends here, really. I don't know anybody. There's not really any way for me to connect with people here. So having this podcast has given me purpose in my life again. I mean, I'm used to working. I've worked since I was 13 years old. And so for me to not have a job to go to is extremely depressing, and it's been really difficult for me. Um oh, the other thing is I don't have a car right now. Um because of my epilepsy, I did get my license taken away from me a while back. I'm actually getting it back. Right. Well, I've gotten it back. Um, so now I'm working on, getting myself a new car, which I'm thankful to get to this point. I'm thankful that I can drive again legally. um, I'm thankful for being over a year and a half without seizures, which is incredible. I'm thankful again that that's where science comes in. The medication that has helped me stay seizure free is just phenomenal. In the beginning, the medicine that they originally put me on was not helping. In fact, it was making things worse. I was having more seizures. It was terrible. Um, and the mood swings were awful too. It was so hard, so hard. But now the meds that I'm on now are really working well. I don't have the rage. I don't have, I haven't had a seizure, like I say, in over a year and a half. So I'm very thankful for that. I just being able to live my life and to do the things that I love to do, like traveling. I don't have any real plans for travel anytime real soon. In January, I'm going to Austin, which I'm kind of excited about. It's not really a vacation type trip or a visiting trip. It's for a doctor. It's for a plastic surgeon, actually. You've heard me talk about my revision that I'm getting ready to do. So I'm meeting with my plastic surgeon, and I'm only going to be there for probably a couple of days, but it's a trip, and it's a city I've never been to, and so I'm hoping to be able to explore a little bit. I may know people out there that I can connect with, maybe have dinner with someone, or maybe someone can show me the sights. You never know. And I'm just excited to get out of town for a minute. It's always fun for me to travel, no matter if it's a day trip or, a week or a month or whatever have you. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to do that too. I know there's people out there who can't travel for different reasons. In fact, I have a friend who I'm also thankful for, my friend Mike. He lives out in Georgia, and he's an amazing person. He's beautiful. He lives in a wheelchair because of his disability, but he smiles so much, and he's got the best smile, and he's just so neat to talk to. He loves to read, but he can't really travel because of his wheelchair. He's got an electric wheelchair, um, and it's not conducive to traveling at all. But we're trying. We're trying. Taryn and I are trying to figure out a way to get him and his mom out here to visit Colorado and show them around in Colorado. And we just would love to help him travel even just a little bit, because he's never had the opportunity to do that before. So I'm thankful that we're able to work on that. We haven't gotten there yet, but we have a lot of ideas, and we have, things out there that we're trying. So hopefully soon we can get that done. Um, yeah. So much to be thankful for, guys. Uh, I'm thankful for my pets. I have pets, and I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but there were three little kittens that someone dropped off behind my house, right by my backyard. There's an alley that goes behind my house, and I guess this person in a truck came by and just dropped these three little kittens, teeny tiny little kittens, off. And my neighbor actually saw them drop them off. And so I guess the one of them died, which is so sad. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that anyone would just drop them off. Like, why would you do that? Why would anybody do that? Find a home for them. Take them to the Humane Society or another shelter. You don't have to drop them off to die out in the cold by themselves. And it was cold on those nights that they were out there. I don't know if they were out there 1, 2, or 3 nights or whatever, but when I found out, I said, "Oh my gosh, I can't leave them out here." So I took them in, I got them bathed and fed, and they are the sweetest little kittens. Two of them, like I say, two are left, and they're both girls, and they're my kittens now. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them. I was hoping to maybe rehome them because I have a puppy, and I wasn't really sure how they would get along with the puppy, but they get along pretty well. My dog, she gets a little rambunctious sometimes. Sometimes she gets a little rough with them. They're much smaller than she is. But she'll play with them and they'll play with her. But sometimes she just gets a little too hyper, and I have to calm her down and back her off, because they're itty bitty and she could crush them if she, wasn't careful enough. But anyway, so they play together really well. And in fact, one of them just loves her to death. She'll purr every time she walks near her. And they have become best friends. But my puppy, now, I got her earlier this year. And I am so thankful that I was able to get her when I did, because I got her right around the time that my daughter and son in law moved out of this house, um, and left me all by myself. So I had another dog, and his name was Bailey. He passed away last December, and absolutely broke my heart to lose him. He was my buddy. I missed that dog so much. He was my little buddy. He followed me around. He was so smart, so smart. I mean, I can't even tell you. And he was just the best little companion, and he saved my life several times. Um, but I miss him so much. And when I got, Tilly, I needed her. I really did, because once the kids left, I was going to be completely by myself in my depression after losing my Bailey, and isolated in this house all by myself with no car and no friends around and nobody to help me get to another place and or do anything with or anything. And so having her to distract me from all those feelings was a godsend. I just am so thankful that she came into my life when she did. And these kittens are just adorable and cuddly, and I love them too. So I'm super happy to have all these little pets around me. Um, yeah, so I know it's crazy because I'm just one person with three pets, and my kids are like, Mom, come on. But hey, they make me happy, okay? But anyway, I'm also thankful for wine. Wine is yummy. Yum, yum. Let's see, what else? What else are we thankful for? I'm thankful to have a roof over my head and heat and water and an indoor toilet. I have used outhouses before, and I can't say that they're my favorite. But I'm actually thankful that I've had the opportunity to use them. When I was growing up and I was a brownie, we would go camping, and one of the places that we camped at had an outhouse. And I just have these memories of getting up in the middle of the night when it's pitch black dark outside up in the mountains, and having to trek, put your boots on and you trek through the wilderness to the outhouse that's behind the cabin that you're staying in, and you have your little tiny flashlight, and talk about crazy memories, huh? But hey, I have the appreciation for indoor plumbing, right? Oh my gosh, camping. I loved camping. My parents didn't love camping. They did not like camping at all. So we never went camping as a family when I was growing up. But when my kids were growing up, oh, we did. We did. We went camping all the time and we loved it. We had the most fun. And there were some times when it was challenging, to say the least. But we still had so much fun. So much fun. And those are memories that, again, here we come back to memories. And I'm so glad that I have those memories with my kids. And I'm glad that my kids have those memories. It's a good thing. But yeah, this episode, I just wanted to remind everybody that just because Thanksgiving's over doesn't mean we're not thankful. Every single day, there's something to be thankful for. I really believe that. And I hope that you do too. And maybe you haven't thought about it, but think about it. Just find something every day and say, hey, I'm thankful for that. You know? Sometimes it's all you need to make you feel a little bit better. Doesn't fix everything. It's not a solution to your hard times or whatever, but you can still be thankful. No matter how hard the times are, there is always something you can be thankful. That being said, happy travels, everyone.